And welcome to another episode of Your Friend and My Friend. Today we'll be talking about binary, but not regular binary, easy binary. And why is it easy? Well, because all binary is easy. Let's start off real simple and let's just think about a light switch. This light switch has two states, an off state and an on state. Binary is just like the light switch plus math, but not just any math. Really easy math. Don't get scared. Let's just start off with one light switch, and the first light switch has a value of 1. If the light switch is off, our total equals 0. And if the light switch is on, our total equals 1. That's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. So let's add another component. Let's add another light switch. Now the next switch will be twice the value of the previous switch. So since the first switch is worth 1, the next switch will be twice that, which will be 2. And remember, we only add that value if the light switch is on. So let's take a look at this example and try to figure out what the total is. We need to figure out which light switches are on, and then we're going to add the value of that light switch. Did you come up with a total of 1? If you did, great. If you didn't, hang on, we've got some more examples. So the first light switch is worth 1, the second one is worth 2, and we're only going to count the light switches that are on. Did you come up with a total of 2 because only the second light switch was on? If you did, that's great. If you didn't, hold on, we've got more examples. Now in this scenario, both light switches are on. The first one is worth 1, the second one is worth 2. Remember, we're only going to count the light switches that are on, so basically we're going to say 1 plus 2, and that's going to give us our total of 3. So let's add a couple more light switches. Now remember, the next switch is going to be twice the value of the previous switch. Let's not stop there and add another one, which will be twice the value of its previous switch. And just for S and G, let's add one more, which is going to be twice the value of its previous switch. Do you want to test your skills? Do you want to see how you're doing? Alright, let's run through a couple examples. We are only going to count the values where the light switches are on, so this example, our total is 8. Okay, let's take a look at our next example. We are only going to count the light switches that are on, so basically, we're saying 1 plus 2 plus 16 is going to give us our total of 19. So let's get real with some real-world applications. Let's say you're on the job site and your foreman says, hey, I need you to go to the comm room on the first floor and check that board to see if it's addressed correctly. It's supposed to be address 21. So you get down to the comm room, you open up the panel, and you see this. You start to freak out, and then you remember what the gnome said. The numbers on the bottom just represent how many light switches there are. I know that you're going to remember that the first switch is worth 1, and you're going to start doubling the values after that. So, first switch is 1, second one is 2, third one is 4, fourth one is 8, and the last one is 16. Foreman said the address was supposed to be 21. So you remember that you're only counting the light switches that are on, so you count 1 plus 4 plus 16, and you get a total of 21. You tell the foreman that the board is addressed correctly, and he gives you the day off because that's the real world and that's what happens. Just joking. He says, I need you to go check the one on the second floor, but pay attention because this one's a little bit different. You get over there and you open up the panel and you see this, and then you remember your foreman saying, pay attention because it's a little bit different. You look closely and you notice this. The on is on the bottom, but it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. You remember your training, and it's easy for you to transpose these numbers from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom. It don't even matter. And what you realize is that you're going to count the switches that are on. You're going to do what you've always done, and you're just going to add the numbers of the light switches that are on. So you're going to go 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 16, and you're going to find out that the total is 23. I hope this video helped out. If it did, please hit the like or the subscribe button, or leave a comment below. I wish you the best of luck in your journey in the binary universe.